What's up guys, and welcome to Andy's Playground. I'm your host as always, Andy, and today we're going into Animal Kingdom because today Aaron from My Disney World Fix is going to be riding the safari for the very first time. I'm going to be there with him. It's going to be a blast. And we also might be seeing some other friendly faces like Tom and Tanya, and we'll see who else comes out here tonight. It's going to be a fun time. So let's have some fun. Got a little climber up there. Oh wow. That's incredible.
More talented than me.
By the way, Aaron's now here. So we're about to go on the safari with Aaron. This is Aaron's first experience, so I'll be recording it. He's going to be camera free, which is good. If you're ever going to be a YouTube vlogger here, I recommend you experience everything first camera free. You can record your experiences afterwards, but it's always going to be camera free for the first time.
Absolutely.
Anywho, so let's head to the safari. Alright, we are ready to go.
Let's do this.
It's going to be a fun one, man. I'll see you when we're on the bus. So we are in row 1.
Yes.
Aaron, what are your expectations, / what are you excited for?
I'm hoping to see some lions. That's lions, giraffes. Those are the two that I'm hoping to see the most.
Well, let's hopefully they'll be lying around.
You are not a Jungle Cruise sailor. Keep your day job, man.
Okay.
Here in Harambe, we like to say twin day, which means let's go. Jumbo, everyone. Hello, my name is Shannon. I'm going to be your safari guide out here on Kilimanjaro Safari today. An okapi wandering around. It seems like it's a female, so the male okapi will have false horns on top of their head called ossicones, which the females will not have. Overall, very solitary, reclusive animals. Notice how they're blending in really well with the thicket currently. Those stripes help break up their silhouette, or cones help them blend in. It's one of the main reasons they were thought to be a myth for the longest time. Normally about 5,000 pounds in weight when they're full grown. A group of them can be called a bloat. While they hang out in the water for a little bit, they can hold their breath around 8 minutes at a time if they want to. Pretty decent at traveling through the water. Typically you'll see them walk and trot along the bottom of the river to travel, and that's so Nile crocodiles around 16 feet long, weigh around 500 pounds. That's an average. They can get much larger than that, and they are considered the largest of the crocodilian species. So a group on shore will be called a bask, since they're basking in the sun. They use around 11 different vocalizations, perhaps even more, to communicate amongst each other. So one of those vocalizations can sound like a laugh or a giggle. If you hear a hyena laugh though, it does mean they're probably in a high stress situation. They use it when competing for food and hunting. Very jagged, irregular patches, so they're one of several subspecies called the Maasai giraffe. They'll be found in eastern parts of Africa. False horns on top of giraffes' heads are ossicones. They're made of ossified cartilage, same type of material in your nose and your ears. Babies' ossicones lay flat on their head when they're initially born. Makes it a bit easier for mom to give birth to them. So they're made purely of just cartilage, which is a bit of a softer material, and then they'll ossify or become more bone-like over time. It takes a couple weeks or so. And several wildebeest here. This is a pretty large herd, which is pretty common for a wildebeest species. They are the cause of the biggest migration in the world. Around 1.5 million of them will join together to walk across the savannah each year looking for food and water. It's considered the second largest congregation of animals in the world, second only to the human. The year-old, super awesome for protection, when he has to protect himself or his pride against any other predators or other lions.
He's just lying around.
So during the day they do rest around 16 to 20 hours, being more active at night.
Me.
A bit cooler. And now white rhinos, they have no natural predators. The lions will not even come near them. They just like to observe from a distance mainly. White rhino is really not named after the color, it's a mistranslation. They're named after the Afrikaans word vite. Vite means wide, since they have such a wide flat mouth that helps them graze along the ground. Very cute animals. 5,000 pounds normally, 2-inch thick skin, and they can charge around 35 miles per hour to protect themselves. I've never really seen a rhino charge, but I do often see them gallop when they're in a good mood. So all 4 of their feet can come off the ground at once. The lioness on our left-hand side here, the hunters of the pride. So there are typically more of them. They use a lot of teamwork to catch any prey they need, and they have a more sleek figure. They can sneak up on prey a bit easier. So those males do typically hang back, protect the territory and babies. Really cool to see a few out here too. At one point in time, there were only around 17 individual bontabuck left out in the wild. But thanks to...
So, I'll admit that probably wasn't my best safari experience. But what did you think, Aaron, as your first ever time?
Something I'll do again very soon. It was gorgeous. Got to see the two animals that I wanted to see the most. I got to see the lions, I got to see the giraffes. And it was just wonderful. I can't wait to do it again.
That's awesome. I'm really glad they had a great experience with it. I mean, honestly, the ride is kind of unique in that literally you will not get the same experience twice. You know, if you ride Tower of Terror 50 times, if you ride Star Tours 50 times, you will have at least once or twice the same exact experience. However, with this experience,
it's going to be unique every time because the animals,
yeah,
they're the wild card factor.
Yeah, they will literally be out if they want to be out. Or
like we didn't see any elephants this time.
We didn't see any elephants. We saw a couple of rhinos.
Yeah.
We didn't see like any cheetahs, no wild dogs. It was it was definitely.
Meerkats in there?
They don't have meerkats, not to my knowledge. But yeah, it's a different experience every single time. But honestly, I definitely recommend if you want to come check out and see some animals. Honestly, I really love this attraction. It's one of my favorite attractions here in Animal Kingdom for sure. Alright, so we got a couple more things we're going to do here in Animal Kingdom. We're going to do a Mod Podge right here. And then we're going to go join up with Tom and everyone else and Tanya elsewhere. So let's have some fun.
Fly.
So guys, Aaron and I are done with Animal Kingdom. We met up with a few others over here, but this is going to be our review for Happily Ever After.
It's a really magical view. I can't wait for Andy to see it for the first time.
Just to explain, we parked over here in the Contemporary, just down there. In fact, you could probably even see our cars from here. Came in through the ground level over here, up the escalators, and then we weren't able to take the elevator because you can't really take it unless you're a resort guest, but you can take the stairs. So we literally hiked up that
10 flights.
10 flights for this view. This is worth it though. There's no one out here right now. We're able to camp out and get a good spot. And honestly, let's just do a quick little look here. Here's the castle, Space Mountain, and over there is where Tron is getting built.
There's work lights on tonight.
Work lights on, but imagine, I told Aaron this, imagine when Tron's going to be constructed, how this skyline is going to look amazing. Over there you can kind of see Splash a little bit, way off there.
You can see the flash on the drop when it goes off.
Yeah. And there's Main Street. This is definitely a unique view, and I highly recommend coming up here on the Contemporary, even with the music. So after watching Happily Ever After from
I don't have anything on me, so I
we
can
grouped up with
literally go
everyone
through
else.
that easily tonight.
So we have Aaron, Tom, Jeff, Tanya, and Jenny. The whole crew is here. And now we're in the contemporary, like I said before.
The contemporary march, not march.
Just gonna mess around today. Have some fun. Hi guys, so I bet you're wondering what happened afterwards. So after the contemporary, after the Happily Ever After fireworks show, we hung around in the contemporary just for a little bit longer. But eventually, they all wanted to go to the Polynesian. And at that point, I had to kind of make a decision. As I was driving there, I felt very, very tired, which reminded me that today I've had a very, very full day of driving to the airport, walking around Hollywood Studios, filming an update video that you guys are going to see soon, if not already. So I was exhausted, so I had to call it a night. But yeah, I love hanging out with those guys. They're great folks. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys all for joining on this little adventure with me, Aaron, and everyone else. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I really do appreciate it. But I think I'm done for tonight. So until next time, I'll see you real soon.